very best to educate and inform people. Now, I know that you also abhor and despise the issue of misinformation and disinformation. So when you heard this presenter say what he said, how did that make you feel? How did it come to you?
Well, good morning, David, and good morning to my co-panelists, and good morning to all those listening to Love FM. I will begin by saying that when I got the information, I was very depressed because looking at the work that we have done from the beginning of the year, January, we came out with a team that is together we can build Ghana, so get involved. And out of the team, we selected 4 thematic areas, that is vote buying, disinformation and misinformation, religious and ethnic violence, and then political violence. So we did extensive education, which of course we are still doing, on these 4 thematic areas, especially with the misinformation and disinformation. So when I got the news, I said, why? Because you are taking us aback. You want us to go and start all over again. Because looking at the engagement that we have done, the series of education that we have done, and you go on air and then make such pronouncement, it makes the work very difficult. So NCC, I'm glad that the national headquarters has condemned what the media guy put out there, and all the political parties. They should be mindful of what they say.
Have you written to the media house itself?
From the beginning of the year, when we started this whole thing, myself, Asokwa Municipal, and I believe that was the directive. We engage all the media houses. We engage them on the consequences of putting out information that are inaccurate to the public. So we have done all these things.
That is before. I'm asking after the statement has been made. Have you, written to them directly condemning what has been done and hoping that it will not be repeated?
Well, from the press statement that I saw, the name was written, and I believe the commission will serve the station. Yeah.
How reckless? No, let me rephrase. Let me not use the word reckless here. But how dangerous would you say his comments are to the democracy we're practicing?
Yes, because when you make such comments, it will erode trust in institutions and leadership. And again, it will fuel polarization and social unrest. And again, it will, distract our pressing national issues. Now, the pressing national issues at hand now is to have election before, during, and after. We will have a peaceful election, and also to reduce rejected and ballot,
ballot papers.
That's right. So when you do all this, and when we hear such comments, you ask yourself, these people, why are they doing this? Do they have any intention, or do they have any reward for putting out such information out there? So, and also it compromises on our national security and our public safety, because when you put out such information, you can imagine the kind of people that will, listening to, he's a role model, people listening to him, and such media personality of high astute. When you make such comments, you people will listen and they will go by what you're putting out there. So it has so many consequences, which if you don't condemn, and if you don't put things in a right order, will not have the projections so far as the elections are concerned will achieve it.
I'll come back to you and ask you how much work this is going to put on the NCCE, because you need to right the wrong. You need to go out there and let people get to know that, listen, what the gentleman did is disinformation.
That's right.
It's not the accurate thing. Yeah. I'll come back to you and find out from you how much work is going to be on the NCCE.
That's right.
But actually,